Hi everybody, hi and welcome. It's Ruth here at artfulstampin.co.uk. All right, slightly different setup to normal. I've just been having a lovely catch up with a Stampin' Up friend of mine, and I have not got anything ready on my desk to do anything creative with you tonight, but thought this might be a good opportunity for some of you who follow me on this channel to ask me questions regarding Stampin' Up. Hopefully, if you do ask personal questions, I will, vet them and see if I will answer them. Um, well, I may just not answer them very fully. So I thought it would be fun just to come on here for about 20 minutes or so that I've done a live for tonight. So I'm just going to say a quick hello to everybody who's on the live. Sorry if it looks like my eyes are flitting upwards. Hi, Carol, Jane, Glenna, Kim, Valerie, Susan, Anne. Lovely to see you. Oh, Susan's feeling good. That's good. Hi, Patricia and Jodie and Lisa and Kelly, Sharon. So please go for it. If you have got questions about creativity, being a Stampin' Up demonstrator, about running workshops, anything like that, I'm crackling. Oh no. Let me just see if I can, let me change mics. All right, I've changed to this mic. I just have to talk louder and a bit closer to my computer. All right, how's that doing? Yes, thank you, Patricia. I have now full class for Friday and a full class for the following Friday. Yeah. So actually, if anyone wants to talk about workshops and potential future workshops, maybe today's the day to do it as well. Better. Okay. Yeah, no, I know it was because I was having problems with my sound connecting the normal way. So right, hit me with your questions, everybody. It's a bit quiet, I know, Kim. I'm just going to have to talk louder and clearer. Yeah, sorry about that. Hi, Sheila. Wrong Wi-Fi. No, I'm on the right Wi-Fi. It's the issue is to do with something else. It's complicated. Me and this thing, it's complicated. Um, oh, smooshing and firework florals. That's a class for the 4th. Yeah, Sheila. Yes. So Stampin' Up have been on a mission to upgrade how their website works. And so they explained to us about a year or so ago that as online, the online business has been taking off, and also having it that it's a way for demonstrators to get information as demonstrators. Um, they've had to take some old systems and merge them with new systems, and sometimes there's been problems. So they've just done a massive kind of update, as in I think they have everything on the cloud now, to do with how the website works. And so there are some systems that are updating, and it means that it's easier for us to kind of shop and press a button and stuff. So that's great. Hi, I'm Kim Cady. Oh yes, Kim Cady said I was quiet. Yeah. Right. Any other questions or comments that you'd like me to comment on? So if while you're writing questions, I just want to promote then the smooshy technique with we've called it firework florals, and it was because the other day I used a leaf stamp from Textured Floral to create flowers. And oh, this one here, there we go. Let me get some light on here. Oh, no, that way. Which way am I going? Oh, there we go. That one. So I actually cut it up and I created a whole bunch of cards. No, what am I doing? That way. Forgetting where my camera is. Um, I'm a hobby demo, not sure how it will work. What, the class? Oh, Patricia, yeah, so you need to make sure that you've downloaded Zoom onto your PC or laptop, or ideally, phone's a bit small to follow me, so I would do that. So make sure you download Zoom. So just go to zoom.com and make sure you've downloaded the app. And then I send you a link. Now you've paid for your class, I will send you a link, and then on the night you click on that link and you'll be in the class. So that's how my Zoom classes work. Thank you, Kelly. Yes. Oh, you ordered it after my demo. Ooh, okay, good. Good. Hi, Gina. Oh, no questions. Just want to say hello. Well, you're very appreciated. Yeah. Well, welcome, Kim. I mean, I'm happy to, if there are no more questions, I'll go. But yeah, so 3rd of November, Friday the 3rd, we've got the Smooshy one happening. I haven't really got anything booked for the following weekend because it's our onstage live event. Sorry, onstage online event. So I haven't got much booked, but I'm happy to put some things in the diary. Would you consider doing a video on colour theory and conquering the colour wheel? Yes, Mary Beth. I know what, should I write a list of ideas for future videos? I have actually done one. So I will go and try and grab that and put it in the chat. I didn't, Audrey. Colour theory. Let me just write that down as something to do. Audrey, that's a really good point. I actually dug out that kit the other day and realised I have not touched it. So I will do the kaleidoscope kit at some point. I can't spell kaleidoscope, but yeah, I'll do that. A colour theory class. Oh, okay. Colour theory. I'll put video and then class. Okay, yeah, I'll be happy to do a colour theory class. Oh, and a composition class. Okay. Oh, the embossing folder class. Embossing folder. Yeah, so that was really messy. Can I just say, it's very messy. Lots of water, loads of ink, loads of stuff. Okay, so basically, if you're interested, I'm just laughing at what Lisa Atlee's just put. Oh, hold on. Have I ever made a zine? The technique lends itself well to your one-sheet wonders, and I'd love to see your take on it. Is that a zine? Is that like a mini book where you make it out of one sheet? I think I did that recently. Let me just write that down, Sharon. Hi, Cindy. A warm, sunny Somerville. Lovely. Let me first of all find the colour theory video that I did way back when. Let me go find that first. YouTube Studio. There we go. Can you do a video and dumb it down for us, for those that are challenging, to explain the difference between warm and a cool colour? I will do that right now for you, Mary Beth. Let me just get my colour wheel. Oh, hold on. Okay, so you see the colour wheel? There we go. All right, so So anything, let me just turn it so it's a bit easier to see. I think I might just put it on my desk. Sorry about this, guys. Ooh. Oh my word. My poor camera is like, what is going on? Alright, there we go. Okay, so here you have the colour wheel. So let me just explain the structure of it first. You've got yellow here, blue here, and then you've got red here. Okay? So yellow, red and blue are the primary colours. Then in between yellow and blue you have green. In between blue and red you have violet. And in between red and yellow you have orange. Okay? So the colours that are regarded as the warm colours are basically that half there. Okay? So anything that contains like a little bit of red, because red violet does, up to the yellow. Cool colours are purples, blues, greens, and that little bit of pale green, light yellow green there, because yellow green does contain a little bit of blue. All right, so that's basically your cool colours. The colour coach, yeah, the colour coach is helpful for sort of just mixing up colours. But I don't. Does the colour coach contain anything about colour theory? It's been a while since I've looked at it. Hi, Sandy. Okay, so I hope that helps. I'm going. I know what. Let me just flick my other camera on. Sorry, my whole setup is completely different. Hi, Janice. If there's anybody that wants to join me on this live, let me know. If you want to ask me something, I can send you the link. What's coach? Okay, so the colour coach is something that Stampin' Up have created for demonstrators, and you can print off sheets that help you sort of combine colours. Years ago it was an actual physical paper product. I might be able to get one to show you. Hold on. You may find people who'd be happy to part with theirs. Oh, I know what, I'll show it to you here, down here. So here it was. And so basically it would have all the colours on one side, and then on the back side it would give you ideas for colour combinations. All right, like so. So it would give you two options for each colour. It would also show you the colour that it goes with, like an alternative to that. So this is like going back quite a while, because a lot of these colours are now retired. Yeah, Tempting Turquoise has been retired a while. Yeah, you may have to look it up on eBay, but this is a pretty old one. Yeah. So you can make yourself one by just cutting up pieces of cardstock. So rather than purchasing every pack of paper, or card rather, I would buy a pack of card that has the combination of the regals, the subtles and so forth, and then just cut yourself a piece from each if you don't have each one. And there are people, I think there are demonstrators in various places who'd be quite happy to cut up a piece and send it to you. Oh, thank you for the colour lab. Have you just posted it? Thank you. Yes, so an alternative, a digital version of the colour coach is the colour lab. And I will go and get that link for you now. Sorry, I've just moved my keyboard. So the colour lab is really helpful because you can choose let me just get the right link. So you can choose like 5 colours, or you can choose 2 or 3 colours, and then you can get it to create colour schemes to go with it. There we go. Go to colour. I've just sent the link there. Yeah, so I would suggest maybe on the back of those colours, if you put another piece of paper and just start writing your favourite combinations using those colours. Yeah. Okay, so no, there's no colour. The colour coach does not have colour theory, but it is an easy way to know what colours to, yeah, absolutely. It is a really good starting place because they'll throw up some really good combinations. All right. And I was about to look for the colour theory video that I did. It was a live way back when. Please keep asking questions while I'm here. Right, I will share the link. There we go. So that video that I've just shared with you, that is a link to a video I did quite a while back. So some of the colours in that video are not current, but it helps to explain where some of the Stampin' Up colours sit on the colour wheel. So it's just a kind of useful little video to watch. All right. Any other questions? Hi, Jenny. I still have my original colour coach that had complementary combos. Complementary and sorry, what's the word I want? Complementary and analogous. I always struggle to say that word. I think I've got it now. Analogous. I'm not going to go into massive colour theory thing now. I think I will take on board that you guys want me to do that. And then I will do either a whole video on it, but also maybe a class on it. Okay. What's your favourite 3 things about being a demo? Oh my goodness, great question, Clydine. I wouldn't say it's the most important, but one of the most important things for me. I wouldn't say, because I'm saying it first, it doesn't mean it is the most. That's what I mean. So I became a demonstrator because I love teaching people how to be creative. For me, Stampin' Up gave me that opportunity to have a choice of really great quality products in which to teach people how to be creative. And having stamps that are already designed, already the artwork is already done, takes the kind of like the panic out of it for people. And so also, because back to the colour thing, Stampin' Up have chosen a fantastic palette of colours. It makes it so easy for people to mix and match colours without having to worry about it looking a bit odd. They can have really successful results very quickly. So yes, so I love being a demonstrator because I love teaching people how to be creative, and Stampin' Up enables me to do that. The second thing I like is linked to that. It enables me to be creative. It allows me to use great products and to get great results. And I would say in the last 5 years, I've really enjoyed figuring out what I really enjoy doing and sharing that with you guys. And then the third thing is definitely, and again, it's not in order of importance, the relationships. It's the people that I've met through it, through doing Stampin' Up and being a demonstrator, whether it's customers, people who were friends who've now become customers, people who are customers who've now become friends, and then other demonstrators um, who either are not in my team but are part of the UK demonstrator group, or European, or global. I know there are quite a few demos out there who I've met in international events, either like via Zoom or in person. It's just been so lovely to meet you guys. And then also getting to know people online and actually meeting up with some of them. That has been just fantastic. So yeah, relationships. So creativity for others, my own creativity, and relationships. Good question, Clydine. Not home, so no help here. Hi, Veronica Mayer. You found me live, and I'm not doing anything creative tonight. I'm just talking. Hi, Nancy. Thank you, Glenna. Yeah, and it's just been lovely to get to know folks over the last few years. I think particularly over lockdowns and stuff like that, where we spent a lot of time together. It was just really, really lovely. So, but we're happy to welcome more people into this world, this artful stamping world. Yeah. Okay, any other questions? It's great to see you all on here. I'm just going to look back and see if there was any others. Can you do a class on the builder flower? Oh, yes. Hi, Claire. The florist, paper florist. Yeah, I'd love to do a class on that. And okay, I can see some more questions in a sec. Um, I'm wondering whether to offer that as a class. So the dies, and then I would supply maybe different coloured cardstock. So if you're a demonstrator already and have already got the dies, that's fine. But what I could do is send out a class kit with like 2 of one colour and a few of the other colours, and do like a mix and match colour thing. Shh, Nancy, don't tell anybody. I've just seen Nancy's comment. Claire, would you be interested in that? Would anybody else be interested in doing a class with the paper florist dies? I'll show you what they are. So if you don't have the die set already, I can, supply the die set. And if you have the dice set already, I will supply a class kit. So it will be like a 2-tier, actually it'll be a 3-tier class. So it will be, if you purchase the dies and the kit from me, you'll get the Zoom class for a nominal amount, like a £5 or something. And if you aren't in my region and you have already got your supplies, then it will be £20. And then if you just have the kit off me, then I think I'll just charge £10 or something like that. So there'll be different layers, tiers. Let me just remind you what it looks like. Have you got the paper florist dies, Lisa? So it's that one there. No, this would be perfect for you, Jenny. Yeah, this one, because you've got a die cutting machine. Yeah, no, this one would be great for you. Right, I'm just going to go back up to some questions. So Jenny asked, what would you say is the easiest way to get started with Stampin' Up? Not as a demonstrator, just getting used to the products, etc. Use them is what I would say. So if you already have a few of the products, just use them. Get used to putting the stamp onto a block, putting the block to the ink, and getting used to how much pressure you need to put. I know that sounds like a really simple thing because you guys have been watching me stamp for the last goodness knows how long, but actually for people who have never stamped before, I would say get used to how it feels. I did with complete newbies the other week, and they were super happy with the results. Obviously, if I was being super critical, I'd have gone, oh, that, didn't ink quite there, right? And da da da. They didn't care. They were just happy to get a flower on and a butterfly on. That was fine. They were happy with that. But if you want to sort of just get quicker at it, it's worth literally just having a go on scrap paper. So you can just literally turn it over, have another go, and put it in the bin. So I would just get some cheap paper, stamp up, pressure down. Particularly also be aware that the smaller stamps, you only need you don't need a lot of pressure. And the main thing that I say to do is, I'll just change my camera again, sorry, so that you see what I'm doing, is that if you pretend that there's a stamp on here, oh, I've got one here. I'll just put it on so that it looks okay. Is when you go to stamp, always keep hold of the block with one hand. Always hold on. Do not, when you put your hand down, do not let go. You don't need to let go. Always hold on. So whatever your dominant hand is, always hold on. So mine's right. So I will put that down, keep hold of it. I'm not letting go, but with my other hand, put pressure on wherever the image is, put pressure on there and then lift it off. For some people, it's very tempting to put it down, then put their hand to it and give it a rock. And that is guaranteed 90% of the time to end up with a bit of a splodge and a movement. So just put it down, bit of pressure, lift straight off, straight up. Have a practice doing that. If you're a beginner, have a practice doing that. Also, it may eliminate, sometimes we get haloing around here. You need to practice stamping onto ink without getting additional ink anywhere on your block or around the side of your stamp. You should really only have ink on the stamp itself. So have a practice, stamping multiple times as well, particularly with the red rubber stamps. Stamp 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Get used to how the colour it fades out, okay? Because there are times where you may decide, oh, I want a faded out version. So if you've got to know your colours, then you'll go, okay, I need to stamp that off twice to get this colour. So it's worth just having a play. So have a play. If you've got stamps and ink, just play and have a go. How do you manage your home life work SU balance? That's a good question. I'll come back to that. Oh, that's great, Cindy. So Cindy says, I found a card as I was cleaning out Mum's basket at trash collector and found a card I made her in 21. Gonna take it home to copy. Quite right. Do I sleep? Yeah, I do sleep. I tend to sleep late. I don't get up early. What are my goals for this year with your Stampin' Up business? That's a good question. Oh, I had a door knocker. So what class are we proposing? Oh, the paper florist one. Yeah. All right. So how do I balance work life? So basically, Shaz, what I try and do is home comes first. So my children and my husband come first. So when I say that, That's shifted over the last few years because my children have got older and not so sort of immediately dependent on me. So generally, unless I am busy, or it's like a Friday and it's pizza night, or it's a weekend and I know Tom can do like the cooking, I still sort of mainly do the meals and all that sort of stuff, and involved in the washing, and or encouraging the kids to do their own washing, all that sort of stuff, encouraging the kids to do stuff. Um, and then after family comes church. So any church commitments go in the diary before anything else. So occasionally I will have to miss out on some church stuff because, say, I've got a workshop booked, or it's a big thing, or if it's a conference like on stage or whatever, then you know those are negotiables. Yeah, and then into sort of when I talk about my family, it's not just about my biological family, but there are people in my life who I deem as family too, and they kind of rank quite high up in there too. So a few years ago, I don't know if I've ever said this publicly. I think I may have said it, um, but you may not have remembered or heard. A few years ago, I felt God was telling me that I had to just be available. So there was a point in my life where I thought, am I meant to be going and working a 9 to 5 job to have a steady income? And it was at the point where my Stampin' Up business wasn't earning as much as it does now. And so it was that kind of, do I keep working at this in the hope it's going to make money one day? Or do I just like go, you know what, I can't do this anymore, I've got to go and get a 9 to 5, or not necessarily a 9 to 5, but something. And I believe the Lord then at that point said to me, just be available for people. That is what you need to be. And so what Stampin' Up has allowed me to do is that if, for example, and unfortunately I've not ever had to do this so far, but if, for example, I had to cancel a class at last minute because of some emergency, either a family emergency or a church emergency, or something like that, I know that I have people who would go, you know what, Ruth, that's fine, go do it. Whereas I think if I was working for an employer, they wouldn't be so flexible. So I love the flexibility that Stampin' Up gives me. Like, I know there are days where I go, I can't go live, I'm too tired, I've got something on, and you guys are very forgiving of me of that. And it doesn't harm my customers, me not doing a live every so often. The live stuff is extra, really. I mean, it is part of my business, but it's not, it doesn't have to happen every night. So that's what I really like about doing what I do right now. And doing the classes also means that, again, if something was to come up, if someone local to me needs me desperately for whatever reason, I can just go, I'm so sorry, guys, and I know that I'm sure you guys would forgive me eventually. So Shaz, so sometimes I get it wrong, I will say that. Sometimes perhaps I spend too much in my studios, too much time. I'm very good at procrastinating, and sometimes I have to have a word with myself. I'll come in here and it'll be a mess. It's very tempting just to sit here and put some music on or put a film on in the background and get distracted. But I have to have a word and go, Ruth, focus, get on with it. So, yeah. Okay, does that sort of answer your question, Shaz? So Susan was asking what my goals are for this year, my Stampin' Up business. Okay, it's basically not to lose any money, not to dip too much. I would really love to do a online retreat. I'm putting it out there because I've just been discussing it with a Stampin' Up friend of mine. And if I don't say it, it means it's still an idea in my head. Whereas if I put it out there, I need to make it happen. So I would love to organise an online retreat. I know lots of you would love an in-person one. I know you would, but at the moment, I think I could cope with doing an online retreat. Nancy just sent an email and a bit okay, Nancy. I will check it out later. Oh, Nancy, I haven't got an email from you. I don't think. No. When did you send it? Yeah, so I'd love to do something, say, over like a Friday, Saturday. And I would, hi Serene, hope you're listening to this. I would love to do an online retreat, maybe over 2 days. And that would include maybe 4 to 6 classes. But it would mean that if you are in my Stampin' Up area, so if you're in the UK, France, Germany, Austria, the Netherlands, Ireland and Belgium, you would have to do a minimum spend on product and pay for the online, towards the online content. All right. Then if you are not in my Stampin' Up area, I will give you, you will still have the list of products you need, but then there will be a separate price for just for being present online. Okay. So it would be more involved than a Zoom. Not really, Kim, in a way, but it would possibly be things like some fun events like quizzes, or we'll get together and do some other fun stuff. Maybe we could have an evening where we eat together. I know that might sound weird. We might not want to look at each other all eating together, but actually just sit and have a cuppa and maybe have Zoom rooms, so that if people want to just go off and have different rooms within the Zoom, they could do that. Yeah. Thank you, Melissa. Yes, I've heard that they do that kind of thing. Well, if you have any ideas about what you would like in an online retreat, then please let me know. Where it's a bit trickier for me is that, for example, I'd like to send out some treats to people, like maybe, tea bags and cake and stuff like that. Where it's going to be tricky for me to do that, and I can't promise I can, is if it's going beyond my borders. So if it's going beyond the UK and Europe, that's going to make it a bit tricky. So unless I can find a way of sending some treats within those countries, I'll look at that. A stamp off between me and Esther. Actually, we have discussed that already. I'll write that in my ideas thing. But if anyone has attended an online retreat and you enjoyed aspects of it, please email me and let me know. So stamp off with Esther. Yeah. Actually, we were discussing it with that there are a few demos who are very confident on YouTube, who, if anyone is thinking of doing that. Is there wine involved? You can do whatever you want, Nancy, in your own home. I see the benefit of an online retreat being that you don't have to travel. You don't have to sleep in somebody else's bed. You can eat your own food. So if you have allergies or particular likes and dislikes, you haven't got to argue with anybody. I would say maybe order in a takeaway if you really want to. Make it a really good retreat. Yes, if you want to bring wine, you can. That's your choice. But yes, it will be online for now. For now. Yeah. Melissa, I will call you sometime and pick your brain about that. Who else? Oh, Shaz has done one. There's no driving. Right, I'm just going to write down names of everybody who has... Oh, Clyding. Who else has done an online retreat? You can craft in your pajamas. Yes. But I want to sleep in someone's bed. Sandy. Sandy, come over to mine. You could craft. Oh, Nancy would love to come for an in-person. Oh. Oh, Susan has as well. Right, I'll be picking all your brains. Right, so that was in answer to that was one answer to Susan's question. So the other thing I'd really like to do is write a book. Yes, I've just said it. I'm not telling you about what, but I would like to release some kind of Kindle book. So, Janice. What was that? Already to Melissa. Oh, we've got jammies on. Have I heard of the Great American Stampin' Show? It's done with Brandy Barnard. Ah, no. No, I haven't. Yeah, it's really weird. Not weird, sorry. Much as I'm happy to take ideas from folks, I want it to be like my retreat, if that makes sense. And so I'm just aware I don't want to offer anything that's not me. When I say me, I'm not saying that in a proud, selfish way. I'm just saying that the reason you follow me is because you like what I do, not what someone else does. It's what I do. And so I'm just aware of balancing. Yes, I want, good content and good practice and, for it to be organized. But at the same time, the reason why you would do a retreat with me is because you're doing it with me. So when I come and ask questions, or about other people's experiences, I obviously I can't just do everything that everyone else does, but I'm just going to have to, you know, what's the word? Take the essence of the good stuff and then try and apply it somehow. So it isn't going to be like anybody else's, if that makes sense. Yeah, make it my own. Yeah. Yes, Susan, we do. Yeah. Am I looking for assistance? Oh, well, that's the other thing about an online one. I don't necessarily need lots of assistance. Yeah. Um, but yeah, as I said, I'm not. I have humility. I know if I've never done it before, I need some pointers. So please tell me. Who's the cricket whiz that could make us matching t-shirts? Well, I could design a t-shirt design so I could use a company like say Teespring or any like those companies where I upload a design and then you order it from wherever you are and it can be ordered and it can be sent straight to you. So that's an option. One of the best things I think sorry, let me read this properly. One of the best things I think was done at one of the retreats I did versus the other was that we were given pre-event homework. Yes. Yes. Yeah. I think definitely that is a good idea. Yeah. Trisha was saying, I was thinking more of the idea rather than the actual content. What they do is pick one stamp set from the catalogue and each one creates a project. Yes. Yeah, that's a great idea. I loved when you made that book for your son when he went off to college. Okay. Yeah, so I'd hope that. So my idea initially was I'd pick a stamp set, maybe a stamp set that does have a die set that goes with it. I would maybe give 3 choices of like packs of paper, because not everyone is going to like what I like. So the projects will use the list of products I give, but depending on what you've chosen, it will come out differently. So maybe we will do, a few one sheet wonders, but then from that one sheet wonder, we'd maybe make a book. We would make some cards. We'd make, I don't know, I could do a wreath, depending on the stamp set. Might be able to stamp a wreath. So yeah. Okay, is there anything else? All right, so I've been live already for 46 minutes. I was only going to be here for about half an hour. So thank you so much for chiming in, asking me questions. Are there any other questions? Anyone can sleep in my bed right now, next to my personal steam train storing husband. Oh. Cindy will drive to Lorraine's. Yes, people could meet up. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, maybe the goal for next year would be to do an in-person. Pam's just sent in her starter kit order. Have you signed up, Pam? Exactly, Jenny. Exactly. No childcare needed. And they could join in. For sure. Lisa. Lovely. Oh, Serene would come to Wales. Oh, fab. Yes, Glenn is a very good proofreader. She is. Yeah. Right, so I will have a think then. If anyone's okay, so just I know poor Glenna really wants to do this embossing folder class. So shall I go through what we would be doing just to see if we can drum up? We need 5 more people for me to run it. Lost it last December? Oh. Oh, you mean you weren't a demo last December, maybe? Lovely, Glenna and Susan are awesome. Oh, and Janice is a proofreader. Oh my goodness. You guys are amazing. Okay, so just gonna get that. So if you've not done the embossing folder class, this is one of the techniques we do with inks. And then with re-inkers. There we go. I think Shaz has recovered from it, haven't you, Shaz? There we go. With white ink. If you've got the chalk pastels, yeah, and you end up with a whole heap of stuff. Yeah, this is the embossing folder class. It is. That was with embossing powder on top as well. This is a cool one. I did not know that about Janice. Well, Melissa, if you can send me a date of when you're free, because I know that you're free every other Friday, aren't you? Although I think if Lisa has already done this one, Lisa, did you do this class? Because Lisa is going to be away from her desk, you know, visiting her future husband, Rod Stewart. So if we do it when Lisa's away, she won't be missing out. What dates did she just tell me that I could do classes without her on again? It was way back when. I'm just trying to find where she said. Oh, I can't find it. Are you free in the week as well, Melissa? Lisa, have you done the embossing folder class? On Fridays, Nancy, where do you live? Oh, Melissa and you have the opposite Fridays off. Unless I do it on a Saturday. Sandy, are you already down for... Sandy, when was your birthday? Because I'm sure I had it written down that... Okay, I could potentially do a workshop on the 4th. Oh, you've already done that class. All right. Were you down for the smooshing firework florals class on the 3rd, Friday the 3rd? Melissa, did you want to do that one? November 10th. Oh, it's your birthday, isn't it? It's a brilliant class, but be prepared to get very messy. Yes, it is a messy one. Nancy, oh, you're Canada. Oh, great. Which side? The smooshing firework florals one. So quite inky, and then with the firework stamp set. Oh, don't worry, Kim. I haven't set one for the 4th. It's all right, but I've got you down for the 3rd. Oh, put you down for the 3rd, Sandy. Oh, so you're 5 hours behind us, Nancy. So it'll be 2 o'clock in your afternoon. Yeah, you don't necessarily have to have that firework stamp set. If you've got things that sort of explode. Now, Melissa, I would suggest have a look at your stamp collection and see if there's anything similar, and then let me know. Because if you feel that you've got things that are similar, you could do that one. Yeah, Nancy, you're in the same time zone as Glenna. You can do that one. Okay, I'll put your name down for that one. Melissa's a question mark. Sandy for sure. The other thing I want to get better at, because I keep meaning to do this, is to actually write out a list of all the different classes that I do and create a Google form to make it easier for people to book on them. So please hold me to account on that one. It's in the catalogue, Pam. It's in the mini. Wow, Shaz. That has gone by so quick. Like, I suppose we spent a few months just praying for your daughter, didn't we? That's fine, Melissa. So when it comes to workshops, I teach techniques. So if you have non-Stampin' Up stamps, that's absolutely fine. Yes, Kim's using the dandelion one. Yeah. It has something similar, Sandy. Yeah. Yeah. And it's not just about the fireworks, it's about just combining stamp sets, and it's about also the smooshing first as well. Jenny, hold me to account. Yeah. I'm coming around to the idea I need a virtual assistant. I might just need someone to help me out. I'd pay them, obviously. It should do, Melissa, yeah. If you've got a retired dandelion set, that should be fine. Yeah, it's in the mini catty. Thank you. Page 58, apparently. Thank you, Glenna. Glenna's hot on it tonight. There we go. Sandy, you've got enough work. And you, Lisa. Don't know when you fit it in. Kim will work for classes. Jenny does have some lovely stamps sitting in her drawer. She does. Okay, is there anybody here who hasn't done class 1? Clusters and lines. Oh, I thought it was Nancy. I thought you were asking for the online retreat. Excuse me. This would be. Oh no, it's not. It's not fun. It's looking at numbers. It's doing admin, boring stuff that I hate doing. You haven't done class 1. Okay, so Jenny, I would recommend you do class 1. So Melissa hasn't done it and Jenny hasn't done it. All right. Okay, so if anyone is interested, I'll show you what class 1, what you learn. So class 1 is called Clusters and Lines. Oh, lost my screen. Sorry. Oh, I don't know what's going on with my screen. Hold on. Hi, sorry, I don't quite know what's happening with my... My camera just went offline. Oh, it's changed. Oh, I know why. Sorry, bear with, I've just got to change a setting on my computer. Okay, there we go. Class 1 is great. Thank you. Okay, Sandy, I might message you if that's what you're... Nancy hasn't done any classes. Okay, so this is the one I would recommend. So this is called clusters. So you learn how to stamp over a whole sheet, and it doesn't matter what stamps you have, as long as you have a 2-inch, like a big flower, and lots of leaves, you can do this class. Ooh, got a bit damp. And then you also learn how to stamp in a line formation as well. But see, that one is clusters as well as that one. I was sure I had some others, but I don't know where they are. Anyway, so that's clusters and lines. Kim, she's been on eBay. Wow. Oh, Melissa, thank you. High praise indeed. Wow. Oh, that's really special. Thank you. Oh, nice, Sandy. Garage sale. Yeah, I don't know how I've got some water onto that. Got some water damage. There we go. So that's clusters and lines. So as long as you have lots of leaf stamps and some little flowers, you can do this class. Good night, Miss Shaz. Oh my goodness, it's past midnight. Right, I'm off. All right, so if you do have any other questions, or you don't feel I've answered a question that you posed, I may have missed it in the chat, please email me. And I'd be happy to answer any of your questions. I've written notes on people who have done online retreats, so I'll be contacting you to let me know perhaps the things that you've enjoyed and the things that you thought were good. Hi, Diane. Good night, Clydine. Take care. Thank you so much. Yes, and thank you for your ideas. So I've got some ideas of some videos that I can do and also potential classes. So yeah, the colour theory one is definitely up there, and a composition one. Okay. So, oh, did someone tell me what a zine was? I'm going to have to Google that. I thought zines were like the ideas of making a book from... Oh, it's a small circulation publication of original or appropriated text and images. More broadly, the term encompasses any self-published unique work of minority interest, usually produced via a photocopier. Ah, okay. All right. So if I was to do a zine, it's a bit tricky because I cannot profit from reproducing any Stampin' Up imagery that's not stamping. So I can't photocopy anything that I've stamped and sell it. Okay, so it'd be interesting though to make your own. I could make my own, but it would be a singular copy. So lots of love, Jen. Yeah. So, but I like the idea of just making something with a bit of with some stamps and stuff, and a bit of a kind of, it would be, it's like the sister craft really to sort of the artisan books and the junk journals and stuff like that. So that's another thing I haven't done for a while, is a junk journal workshop, which I know some of you do want to do. Right, so the workshop for Friday is now full, the wreath one, and the one for the Friday afterwards, that one is full. The one that still has spaces is the Saturday morning one, the mixed media canvas. I have sent out the invoices for that one. How does that work when the demos sell PDFs with card instructions? That's a really good question, Melissa. I guess it's because you're paying for the instructions and the illustration is there to help. But that's a really good question because we're not technically allowed to profit from electronic copies. I don't know. Yeah, that's really interesting because the Angel policy states that if you're to sell cards made with Stampin' Up product, you need to stamp the copyright Stampin' Up on the back, and it has to be hand stamped. Good question. That face said so much. No. I'd not really thought about it that way before. Honestly. No, it's not frustration, it's bemusement. Yeah. I'm trying to think of if I've ever sold instructions. I create instructions for my in-person classes, and I usually print out a copy. Sometimes each person will get a copy, but that's kind of like included in the class. That's a really good question. I might have to email someone that one, Melissa. Yeah, so you understood the policy. Yeah, I'm presuming it's because you're selling a tutorial. You're not selling it as a piece of artwork. Yeah. There we go. Right. I'll bid you good night. Thank you for making this fun. Might be worth a conversation with compliance. Yeah. Yeah, they do sell them without a, you're right. Yeah. Yes, so for example, this idea for a book that I'm wanting to do, I will not be using Stampin' Up images. No, ma'am. I'll have to find other images. Yeah. 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 Okay. And on that note, I bid you good night. Thank you everybody who's asked questions, and thank you all for your love and your respect and your encouragement. It means an awful lot to me, because over the years of doing this, excuse me, itchy nose, over the years of doing this, I've been so blessed to have such great followers and just You guys are the best cheerleaders. So thank you. Good night, Glenna. Good night, Melissa, Trisha. You know what? If I start naming names, I'm going to miss somebody out. So I'm going to say good night, everybody, and genuinely mean that. All right. I'll be back tomorrow, God willing. God willing, with a stamped one sheet wonder Wednesday. Yeah. All right. I'm going to leave you my